This John Lothian news video is sponsored by Independence, Expertise, Execution. What are your 3 points? 3 points communications.
The recent LIBOR manipulation scandal has led to a call for changes to a number of financial benchmarks. What is the view from ISDA?
On benchmarks, we're looking at through a board-level committee that we've established at several aspects of the benchmark debate. Most directly, it relates to a benchmark that we've established called ISDA fix, which is used primarily in the swaptions, early termination of swaps, and to some extent in the valuation business. Because it's a mid-market rate. It utilizes the same type of structure in terms of bank submissions, knocking out highs and lows and averaging the remaining, the same type of structure that LIBOR uses, and therefore there have been concerns that maybe the same type of issues that surround LIBOR perhaps could surround ISDA fix. We're not specifically aware of anything there, but people have certainly suggested that. So we thought it made sense in light of the recommendations from Martin Wheatley a year or so ago, more recent recommendations out of IOSCO. We thought it made sense to look at our existing ISDA fix and think about how we could evolve it to be even more based on executable transactions. And so what we talked about primarily is to look ahead and move to a different approach to establishing this rate that would rely on quotations of live executable bid and ask prices on various multilateral trading facilities, MTFs, to pull that information in and to therefore get a price at a particular point in time that is truly reflective of executable price. We looked at things like a code of conduct, governance changes, some changes in the polling process, so all that is in the works. That all relates really to ISDA fix. We also thought it was important, given the prominence of LIBOR in the derivatives market. I mean, in some respects, LIBOR is a money market rate. It's determined in the loan markets. It's not really a derivatives benchmark, but it is so integral to so many derivatives contracts that we thought it was important for us to anticipate where LIBOR goes. And so we've done some work, and we're considering possible alternatives to LIBOR, more likely in the sense of additional options, additional types of benchmarks that people might choose to use, not necessarily replacing LIBOR, but alternatives that they might consider. That's going to be a longer-term evolution because LIBOR is so embedded in so many contracts in the derivatives space, let alone in the broader market. But we do think it's important to be proactive in thinking about alternatives instead of waiting for something to happen. Can you evolve over time with new transactions, new benchmarks that would be used that over time would, sit alongside of LIBOR? I don't think anybody really expects LIBOR to go away, even though some people suggest that. I think realistically it would be, at least for the time being, it would be too disruptive to markets generally for it to just disappear. So there has to be efforts to make sure that LIBOR is strengthened, the governance and process around LIBOR is as airtight as possible, even while there are discussions about evolving to new benchmarks.